Hi there, explorers. Are you prepared to get started on yet another exhilarating adventure with us? We're about revealing something genuinely amazing today, and we can't wait to share every second of it with you. We're about to get things started, so sit up because this is going to be an amazing video.
Have you ever wondered what guides the moral compass of different cultures? Why do certain ethical practices resonate universally, while others are subject to debate and contention? Today, we're looking into the world of spiritual laws, the unseen rules that govern the fabric of our universe and guide our interactions with each other and the world around us. In this exploration, we'll open up the fundamental principle that lies at the heart of these spiritual laws and how it shapes our understanding of morality, ethics, and personal growth. So let's set forth on this enlightening path to grasp a deeper understanding of these principles. Spiritual laws serve as the backbone of many philosophical, religious, and spiritual systems worldwide. These are not laws as we typically understand them, enforceable by society's legal systems, but rather principles that offer guidance on how to live a life aligned with the cosmos and spiritual wisdom. They originate from a variety of sources, including ancient texts like the Vedas, Bible, Quran, and teachings of spiritual leaders and philosophers throughout history. Fundamentally, a spiritual law implies the existence of a higher order or cause that is beyond our capacity to comprehend. The universe and our position within it are governed by this order. It's what many call the divine law, a system of rules designed to maintain balance and harmony both inside ourselves and in the natural world. These laws are not written solely in texts. They are often passed down through oral traditions, embedded in cultural rituals, and expressed in the arts. This transmission through diverse means helps encapsulate the universality and timeless relevance of spiritual laws. They resonate across generations, adapting to the needs and understandings of different eras, yet retaining their core principles. One might ask, why is it important to understand these laws? The answer lies in the human quest for meaning and purpose. By understanding spiritual laws, individuals gain insight into the larger cosmic playbook and how they can align their actions with a greater purpose. This alignment is believed to lead to a more fulfilled and harmonious life, both internally and within the community. Despite the vast diversity in their expression, certain themes in spiritual laws are remarkably universal. For instance, consider the concept of karma found in Hinduism and Buddhism, which is echoed in the Western adage, "What goes around, comes around." This principle suggests that our actions inevitably return to us, bringing results corresponding to our deeds. Another widely acknowledged spiritual law is the Golden Rule, or ethical reciprocity. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you is a maxim found in Christianity and similarly reflected in many other religious and philosophical teachings. It guides individuals to treat others as they themselves wish to be treated, promoting empathy and mutual respect. Divine justice is another theme that underscores many spiritual laws, suggesting that there is a cosmic judge who ensures that justice is ultimately served. This may not align with earthly justice, as it operates on the premise of a higher, often mysterious moral order that balances the scales over the span of one's life or multiple lifetimes. The common thread among these themes is their focus on morality, ethics, and the consequences of human actions. They encourage individuals to live conscientiously and with regard for the well-being of others. These principles foster a sense of interconnectedness with the broader universe, reinforcing the idea that our actions extend beyond our immediate selves and have broader cosmic significance. By examining these universal themes, we can see how spiritual laws transcend cultural and temporal boundaries, providing a framework for ethical living that promotes greater harmony and understanding across diverse human experiences. And one of the most important ideas we come across in our quest to comprehend spiritual rules is the idea of inner harmony. This concept highlights how crucial it is to keep our mental, physical, and spiritual selves in harmonious balance. When we are in this condition, our actions, feelings, and ideas are in line with our core values and beliefs. Inner balance is not just about calmness and tranquility, it involves an active engagement in aligning one's life with the principles we've discussed earlier, such as the golden rule and karma. It's about making conscious choices that foster equilibrium within ourselves and in our interactions with the outside world. This balance is crucial because it influences how we perceive challenges, manage stress, and interact with others. To achieve this inner harmony, various spiritual traditions suggest practices such as meditation, prayer, and mindfulness. Meditation allows us to quiet the mind and connect with a deeper sense of self and purpose. Prayer can be a way to foster a connection with a higher power, offering gratitude and seeking guidance. Mindfulness teaches us to remain present and aware, helping us to make choices that align with our spiritual laws and personal values. The benefits of cultivating inner balance are profound. When we are balanced, we are better equipped to handle life's stresses and more likely to act with compassion and wisdom. This not only enhances our own well-being, but also positively affects those around us, creating a ripple effect of positivity and peace. Building on the concept of inner balance, we explore another fundamental principle of spiritual law, our interconnectedness with the universe. This principle teaches us that everything in the universe is connected, and our individual actions can have far-reaching effects. This interconnectedness is not just a philosophical idea, but a practical guide for living in harmony with the world around us. Understanding our connection to everything means recognizing that our choices and behaviors do not exist in a vacuum. Each decision we make, each action we take, has the potential to affect others and the environment. This is seen in how we treat nature, interact with our community, and engage with global issues. The spiritual law of interconnectedness also implies a shared responsibility. It encourages us to think beyond our personal needs and consider the well-being of the collective. Whether it's through environmental conservation, community service, or promoting social justice, we are urged to act in ways that support the health and vitality of all life. This concept of interconnectedness also offers a profound sense of belonging and purpose. It reassures us that we are part of something larger than ourselves, which can be a source of comfort and inspiration. It teaches us that by nurturing our connection to the universe, we nurture ourselves, and vice versa. Spiritual laws direct us toward leading more contemplative and fulfilling lives in both our pursuit of inner balance and our realization of our interdependence. They encourage us to live in ways that recognize this profound connection by assisting us in seeing the beauty and responsibility of our place within a broader cosmic order. As we further explore the landscape of spiritual laws, we encounter the significant role these principles play in guiding us through moral and ethical decisions. These laws do not just exist for philosophical contemplation, but are intended for practical application in our everyday lives. They provide a compass for going through the complexities of human behavior and the moral choices we face daily. Moral causality, or the belief that good deeds result in beneficial outcomes while bad deeds have negative repercussions, is at the core of many spiritual principles. This idea exhorts us to lead moral lives and to think about how our activities will affect other people. It challenges us to consider things like, are we making a positive impact on the happiness and well-being of others? Are we behaving in a fair and just manner? The guidance provided by spiritual laws in moral decisions also emphasizes the importance of empathy and compassion. By fostering an understanding of the experiences and feelings of others, we can make decisions that are not only right for us, but also beneficial for our community and beyond. This broadened perspective is crucial in today's interconnected world, where our actions can affect people and environments at a global scale. Following the principles of spiritual laws not only influences the world around us, but also leads to profound personal transformation. This transformation is often reflected in the growth and development of our character and spiritual maturity. As we align our actions with these higher principles, we begin to see changes in our attitudes, behaviors, and overall outlook on life. The process of adhering to spiritual laws is dynamic and ongoing. It involves continual self-reflection, learning, and adaptation. Each step we take in following these laws can lead to deeper self-awareness and increased peace of mind. For instance, as we practice forgiveness and compassion, we might find that we are not only helping others, but also liberating ourselves from feelings of anger and resentment. Personal growth through spiritual laws often leads to a more fulfilling life. When we live in alignment with these principles, we experience a greater sense of purpose and satisfaction. We become more attuned to our spiritual nature and more capable of expressing our true selves. This can manifest in improved relationships, greater career satisfaction, and a more profound sense of peace and contentment. By understanding and implementing the guidance of spiritual laws in our daily lives, we are on a journey of continuous self-improvement. This journey enriches not only our own lives, but also the lives of those around us, creating a positive feedback loop that enhances our shared human experience. While we look into the application of spiritual laws, it's important to consider the roles of intuition and discernment. These aspects go beyond the purely rational mind, tapping into a more subtle form of knowledge that often guides us in making decisions aligned with spiritual truths. Intuition can be thought of as an inner voice or feeling that directs us towards certain actions or decisions without a detailed, rational explanation. Discernment, on the other hand, involves the ability to judge well, to see the deeper truth of situations beyond their surface appearances. In spiritual laws, judgment and intuition play a crucial role. They guide us through circumstances in which moral ambiguities could impair our judgment. For example, even if it may not be immediately clear what the right choice is, our intuitive sense frequently leads us to consider the larger good when presented with a complex issue that affects not only ourselves, but also others. Analogously, discernment enables us to sort between disparate outside factors and contradictory internal impulses to identify a path of action that genuinely aligns with our core principles. Cultivating these abilities is a dynamic process. It involves quieting the mind through practices like meditation, prayer, or contemplative walking, which help increase our sensitivity to the subtle nudges of our intuition. It also involves actively seeking wisdom through study, reflection, and engaging with wise counsel, activities that sharpen our discernment. While we become more attuned to these inner resources, we find that they not only guide us in adhering to spiritual laws, but also enhance our understanding of these laws in everyday contexts. They empower us to make choices that are not just good on paper, but are genuinely aligned with the deepest expressions of our humanity. Going through spiritual laws is not without its challenges. One of the primary difficulties arises from misinterpretations and misunderstandings of these ancient principles. Often, these laws can be misapplied or skewed by personal biases, cultural influences, or historical changes that distort their original meanings. For example, the principle of karma is sometimes simplified to mean that good things happen to good people and bad things happen to bad people. This oversimplification can lead to judgment and a lack of compassion, where instead, the law should inspire a deeper understanding of the complexities of human actions and their consequences over time. As we try to apply these spiritual laws in our own lives, we may face challenges from external pressures and internal conflicts. The modern world is rife with distractions and contradictions that can lead us away from the path dictated by these laws. Furthermore, our own fears, desires, and ego can sometimes cloud our judgment, making it difficult to remain true to our highest ideals. Addressing these challenges requires patience, persistence, and a compassionate approach towards oneself and others. It involves continual learning and the willingness to correct course when we realize we have strayed. It also means creating a supportive community where these principles can be discussed and refined in light of collective experiences and insights. One of the most straightforward applications of spiritual laws is through daily mindfulness practices. By cultivating a habit of mindfulness, we can become more aware of our thoughts, emotions, and actions in real time. This awareness allows us to pause before reacting, choose responses that align with our values, and act with intention rather than out of habit or impulse. For instance, before speaking in anger, we might pause to consider the law of kindness, reframing our response to reflect understanding and compassion instead of frustration. Another practical application is through the deliberate practice of gratitude and service. Engaging regularly in acts of kindness and expressing gratitude can transform our perspective from one of scarcity and competition to one of abundance and collaboration. This shift not only enhances our own well-being, but also positively affects those around us, creating a more supportive and uplifting community. The regular study and reflection on spiritual texts or teachings can deepen our understanding and commitment to these laws. Whether it's through books, seminars, discussions, or meditative practices, engaging with spiritual wisdom helps to reinforce its principles in our minds and hearts, making it easier to recall and apply them when needed. As we continue to explore how to practically apply these spiritual laws, it becomes evident that living according to these principles is a dynamic and continuous journey. It's about making small, consistent choices that gradually shape our lives and characters in profound ways. For those beginning this path, it might be helpful to start with one spiritual law that particularly resonates or seems most pressing in your current life circumstances. Focus on this law and look for ways to apply it throughout your day. This could mean practicing patience in traffic, offering forgiveness when you feel wronged, or providing help where it's needed without seeking reward. While you grow more accustomed to this practice, you may start to notice subtle shifts in your thoughts and behaviors. These changes are signs of deeper transformation, making you more attuned to the spiritual dimensions of life and more capable of handling its complexities with grace and wisdom. Sharing your journey with others can be incredibly enriching. Engaging in discussions about spiritual laws not only offers you different perspectives, but also strengthens your understanding and commitment to these principles. Community plays a crucial role in sustaining our spiritual practices, providing both support and accountability. We invite you to reflect on how the fundamental principles of spiritual law can be more deeply integrated into your life. This isn't just about adopting new behaviors, it's about shifting how you view yourself, others, and the world around you. Each step you take on this path not only enhances your own spiritual growth, but also contributes to a larger wave of positive change. We hope that this exploration into the fundamental principles of spiritual law has inspired you to consider how these ancient but ever-relevant laws can be lived out each day. As you move forward, remember that each moment presents a new opportunity to embody these truths, creating a life that is rich with wisdom, compassion, and peace. And thank you for joining us on this journey through the fundamental principles of spiritual law. May your path be filled with enlightenment, understanding, and a deep sense of fulfillment as you apply these timeless truths to your everyday life. Remember, the journey is as rewarding as the destination, and each step is an integral part of your spiritual evolution.